All right, guys, let's get into it. Today was the biggest sell-off of the year. As you can see right here, the Dow was down almost 1,000 points. You look at oil, Jesus, oil is down 10%. Today, one day, oil is down 10% today. Okay? And, I mean, here's the headline, guys, right? There's nothing new. Stocks sink as virus worries fuel flight to safety. I mean, I don't know if this is just an excuse or what, but I think everybody out there has already been aware of all the reasons for any type of sell-off, right? You could call it the COVID resurgence, Wall Street's new fear, what do they say? Economic growth has peaked, broad public's waking up. I mean, this is all old stuff, guys, right? I'm not the kind of guy to say I told you so, but the last 5 videos I posted in a row, every single one of them said, hey, is the Russell warning us that there is a sell-off, a significant sell-off around the corner? For whatever reason, right? Could be any number of reasons. And if we head over and look at some charts, what I'm going to do for you guys here in this video is we're going to contrast an intraday chart with a daily chart. All right, we're going to try to see what's happening on the daily chart as well as what happened today on the intraday. All right, so this is an intraday chart of the S&P 500, guys. It looks the same as all the other markets, the Dow, the Russell, oil, everything got killed today. All right, and this color-coded band is my volume market profile that does a really good job of figuring out where the buying pressure and the selling pressure takes place. And I mean, this is just a thing of beauty, right? You can see that in the previous session, the market profile turned red right over here, and that nailed an astronomical sell-off well into the following session, which would be today. Okay, so no one's ever going to convince me that market profile does not work. To me, this is like the holy grail. This is the secret sauce on trying to figure out what direction the market's moving. All right, now this happens to be an intraday chart. Unfortunately, there weren't any significant entries on today's session. You would have had to have had balls of steel and hold your short from last week's sell signal that printed right here, and you'd have to have balls of steel to hold it. Just keep holding it. Now, I don't know how many of you guys actually did that, all right? But if you did, I got to tip my hat off to you, man. You killed it. You probably made thousands and thousands of dollars. And while everybody was freaking out today, okay, for you, for those of you that held your short, into today, you're happy as a clam. But I'm going to also take a look and see what is going on in the daily chart. Okay, on the very same market. So you can see here, this is the daily chart. It's going back a couple of months here. You can see this is the starting point here, way back in March. All right, today is July 19th, but this chart is a daily chart that goes way back to March 10th, when the market profile turned green and pretty much stayed green as of right now. So technically, it feels like we are still bullish, all right, on the daily chart. So for all of you swing traders and stuff out there, it's possible that we do get a bit of a bounce maybe over the next couple of days, but I kind of feel that the volume market profile is going to turn red over the next couple of days, maybe weeks. I'm not sure, but I can tell you I'm going to be keeping a very, very close eye on the daily chart. All right, it's very important because I feel like the daily chart might actually present us with the opportunity of a lifetime, okay? What I call the short of the year, right? Now there's always going to be opportunities on an intraday basis, guys. I mean, if I just take this back, right, like you can see there are many. Market profile turns green, market profile turns red. There are many, many opportunities on an intraday basis. And, an intraday trading should never really overlap with daily, or what I call swing trading, okay? But I think it's still a good idea, if you have my market profile, to keep your eye on the daily chart. I think that this is kind of going to be a leading indicator. And listen, we are eventually going to see the market profile turn green. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? When it shifts from bullish to bearish, then and only then am I going to be thinking about holding a long-term short. Okay, but until I see the market profile turn red, I'm not making any significant moves, to the short side until this is red. In fact, I might actually be thinking about, doing a potential short-term long right now, because I do feel that we might get a bit of a small snapback. So that might be something interesting you could play. Just like over here, do you remember that sell-off from mid-June? The S&P dropped 200 points, right? And it was represented by this bar and this bar and this bar, and then boom, it snapped right back. So we might get one of those similar rallies, but I feel like it's going to fizzle out. But listen, guys, here's the takeaway, all right? Number one, please do not think that you're smarter than the market. Nobody is. Not me, not you, nobody. Our job is not to be smarter than the market. Our job is to follow the clues that the market gives us. And whether you're an intraday trader or a swing trader, again, the market gives us really nice clues. So your job is to keep it simple, try to follow those clues, and implement a low risk setup. Right? You have to be prepared to put some risk on the table if you want to participate in these types of moves, whether it's on a daily chart or an intraday sell-off like we had today. Okay? And the second takeaway, guys, is milk your trades for every single dollar you can. Right? If you were holding on to your short, right, on this short signal right here when it turned red, and you were holding on to it, there's no need to get out here, right? And there's no need to get out here or here. You wait for the trend to change and get out here, right? And what that does is it allows you to squeeze the entire length of this move, squeezing every single dollar that you can. That is how you keep your winners far bigger than your losers, guys. Okay? Hope you learned something from watching this video, guys. You've heard me say repeatedly that the next 6 months of the year are going to be amazing, and I think we are in store for a real treat in the market, especially if you're a day trader. Okay, I think the opportunities are going to be great. For all of you guys that have the market profile, I hope you killed it today, and I'll see you on the next trade.